It was just a boozer.
Presumably at some point it was an
You
officer's mess.
think I worked in the Army's pub?
But it's just called the officers' mess.
It's on Water Street or near Water Street where all the barracks.
Near the barracks.
Stuff are, yeah.
Oh, really?
No, it was on Victoria
No,
Street.
but Water Street's at the end, isn't it? Like where the barracks are.
It was just a pub where you go down, and one night, it got really out of hand there. I don't know whether I've ever told this story.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
Have I told this story on the pod?
When we got robbed by accident.
No, it didn't get robbed by accident. We sort of robbed it accidentally on behalf of the customers. So
talk me through that logic.
So at the arena one night there was a reggae concert on. Right?
Oh yeah.
So
Reggae concert.
so there was a man who hired the officers' mess, and I don't know why he chose the officers' mess for this. For his after party of the reggae, he wasn't like the reggae man. It wasn't like it was his concert.
No,
but he was putting like
an unnamed guy doesn't sell out the arena. Is it the reggae man tonight? Do you know his name? No, but it's 40
So
quid
he was a
ticket.
reggae enthusiast though.
Yeah, but he was just like he was a businessman, right? So the guy
Businessman by day, reggae man by night.
Comes together.
So
It was the guy that created Rasta Mouse.
he hired the officers' mess. And in the build up to it, so I was like the supervisor at this stage, sort of thing, and I know, right? And
This makes it worse.
In charge of the ketchup.
no, but the manager was like, right, here's what's happening. We've signed this deal with this fella. So on Saturday night after, I think it was on a Sunday, right? So he's like, on Saturday night after the shift, we need to empty all of the fridges and all of the shelves. Because this fella who's hired the place is bringing his own alcohol. He's paid a premium to have the place with his own alcohol. I was like, right. So the next day, I have to get in early, and we set up the bar with all this guy's beers and all this guy's spirits and all this guy's bottle of champagne and all that sort of stuff. And we're like, so what are we doing? Like, till-wise, he goes, oh, no. Because he's brought his own alcohol, it's just, if someone comes to the bar, and the manager was like, we want to get rid of this as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Like, the sooner the booze is gone, the sooner the night ends. So
But to be fair, I get why he's brought his own booze. If anything to go by, like your antics with the ketchup, he doesn't want to be ordering a beer and Moretti and then, is this special brew? You've just been decanting it into all of the bottles.
It takes a turn for the worse here, Jack. Okay.
Oh, no.
So my manager was like, whenever someone comes to the bar,
Yeah.
and it was full, by the way, busier than it was. It felt like a shoulder to shoulder nightclub. It wasn't like the pub it normally was.
Yeah.
And they brought a DJ who was playing like the loudest reggae, hip hop and everything.
Yeah, we saw that coming.
And so he said, whenever someone comes to the bar, if they order a brandy and Coke, just say to them, do you want the bottle? And then give them the bottle and give them a jug of Coke, because then that's a lot quicker than giving them, right?
This sounds like a bad idea.
So people come to the bar going, can I have a brandy and Coke? And I go, do you want the bottle? And they go, how much is it? We're like, no, it's an open bar because the guy's brought his own alcohol. And they'd be like, oh, cool. So then I would give them a bottle of brandy. Then the fella comes in who's hired it at one point, and he's like, why are you giving everyone the alcohol? And we were like, because that's what we were told to do. And he starts screaming at like the girl who's the glass collector. She was like 17. And I was like, what's going on? And he's like, she's giving my alcohol away. She's giving my alcohol away. And we were like, that's what we've been told to do. It turns out there'd been a miscommunication between the manager of our place and him. He wanted to hire the place out and sell his own alcohol, right? So he's brought all this stuff to sell, and we're just fucking giving it to people who've come to the after party.
By the bottle.
Bottles of brandy.
But he starts like kicking off, and like then when people sort of realise there's a kick off and the fella who they've all bought their tickets from is not happy, it just becomes like it becomes chaos, and everyone's screaming and shouting, and it's like sort of mob mentality. Everyone knows there's a kick off, and I was just like, get everyone. All of our staff, especially the young girls, just get them on the street. And we just all went on the street, called the police, waited for them to arrive. And at that point, there's people behind the bar just helping themselves to whatever. Because we're just like, the manager was like, we can't do that. And I was like, I won't say his name. I was like, mate, I'm taking all the rest of the staff outside. There's too many people in here as it is. And now they all know that there's been a miscommunication and they should have been charged for alcohol. They're just going to be jumping over and getting whatever they want. And we're not getting in the way of that. And we stood on the street and waited for the police to arrive.
It sounds very similar to some of the shenanigans that went on in the Swan and Labrador, the pub I worked in Putney. On the one fateful day when they ran out of Whispering Angel, it kicked off in a very similar manner.
Love a Whispering Angel. Bit of ice in. Oh.